Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds, and today I wanted to talk about my cake topper. There it is, my cake topper. Let me get it out and we can talk all about it. So the reason I wanted to talk about this cake topper is that I was watching Patrick from the Trusty Huckster, and he did a deep dive on cake toppers, and I started thinking, well, I have mine in my China hutch. And on top of that, today is my 20th wedding anniversary. So technically, I guess this cake topper is vintage. Depends on your definition of vintage, but isn't that just adorable? Let me bring it closer. I haven't even looked at this that much in 20 years, and I'm like, look at the little flowers around it and the doves. And of course, then I turned it over to see the marking in there, and it's kind of funny, the markings is actually off center and it's hard to read, but it actually does say Wilton on it. So this plays right into the theme of that deep dive. So on top of it being my husband and I, it's our 20th wedding anniversary, it is also Lola, our little puppy dog. It's her 10-month birthday. She was born 10 months ago. So lots of things happening on August 19th. We're planning to go out to dinner later, and I'll throw up a couple pictures from that, and probably a dessert place. So that is our plan, but that wasn't initially our plan for our 20th wedding anniversary. A few years back, you know, I was like, hey, our 20th is going to be up in a couple years. We should plan something big, like, oh, let's go to Hawaii or something, you know, just some sort of trip away. But as we all know, the pandemic happened and we're still kind of in the midst of all that. So we actually didn't plan anything, but that's okay by me, because I'm like, well, we can plan our big trip when we can truly enjoy like the vacation. And so it'll be later on, and we will just be like, hey, we're celebrating this for our 20th, regardless of when it is, or, you know, if it's in a couple months or if it's next year, you know, whenever it happens. And so we're just going to go with the flow with that for now. So tonight we're just doing dinner and going to get some dessert. There's a place that I like to go to called Cannolis, and they have all kinds of like Italian desserts, and that's where I want to go. And we're going to go to some sort of, it's like a sushi restaurant tonight, and that is the plan. If you missed the deep dive on the cake toppers that Patrick did a couple weeks ago, I'm going to put the link down below in the description so that you can go and, you know, get all kinds of good information. His deep dives, they're always on interesting topics, and I like to you know, watch them. I don't always get into the live chats, but I do watch them in the replays, which is fun also. So here's just one last look at this. So it was made by Wilton. It has like their address on the bottom here, but does say that it was made in Hong Kong. And that's the little doves there. So this was my very simple cake topper. It's plastic on the bottom, and it's got the little fake flowers and little plastic doves there. I did not pay a lot for this back in the day. I had a very nice but very inexpensive wedding, and this was my cake topper. I just realized that I misspoke a little bit earlier when I said that the cake topper video was on Trusty Huckster Mercantile's channel. It was actually on Katie's Vintage and Vinyl, and he was the co-host. It was a co-hosted live chat. So I will be putting down the link to Katie's channel, Vintage and Vinyl, and that way you can watch all about the vintage cake toppers. It's a really interesting deep dive. Put any questions or comments down below. Give me some likes, and I'll see you guys on the next one.